Great Depression baddie, Kit Kittredge. I'm also rocking some note cards tonight because I've been forced to focus on my academics rather than the finer craft of stand-up comedy. But Kit Kittredge is literate as fuck, so it's okay. So it's really cool we get to use the church. A shout out to the chaplains for that. So I grew up in a pretty religious community, and it was pretty cliquey. Like, people's friend groups in high school were kind of based on what church they went to. For example, a lot of the popular kids would go to this youth group called Young Life, and in case you didn't know, Young Life is run by men who want a young wife. It's cool how it rhymes like that. But if you were cool, you had to pull up to Bible study. And you know what? I hate how religious texts are always so cryptic. Like, recently I drove past this church, and they had a sign that said, to love God is to enjoy pleasing him. And like, what am I supposed to do? Ride his face? I think of religion as kind of a hobby, and I understand the appeal. Like, I've dabbled in religion, it was really fun. And sometimes I worry about what my hobbies will be after college. Like, will I find Jesus? Will Jesus find me? Hobbies seem to be an issue for people after they graduate. Like, some people get really into purebred dogs, which is weird to me. When people talk about getting a dog from a breeder, it sounds like they're finding a husband for their daughter. Like, we just want to make sure he's from a nice family. And like, dogs aren't elitist, like, let's not project that onto them. Also, your dog was $6,000. There are so many dogs dying in shelters, and you're gonna pay $6,000 for a dog who's just having a better hair day? It's like, Rufus came from a long line of fowl hunting. Okay, so did King Henry VIII. And some say that they want to get a dog from a breeder because they have less health issues, and I don't know about that. Because I've seen some of these dogs from breeders, and some of them are fucked. Like, have fun with your $8,000 Bichon Frise with 3 eyes. And like, guys, listen. When breeders start selectively breeding for specific traits, they're working with a smaller gene pool. They're keeping things in the litter. Like, guys, there's incest involved. Siblings are fucking, okay? So dogs from breeders, they really remind me of 18th century European royalty. They're like manicured, they're very dashing, they're posing for their portrait, and yeah, their parents are related. People will be like, oh, that's a finely bred hound from a nice family. But no, that is a cousin fucking collie with a Habsburg jaw. So lately I've been thinking about non-incestuous sex. And I think where it all began for me was the 4th grade bus safety drills. I loved the bus safety drills. I was horned up. The bus safety drills were when we would go on the school bus in the middle of the school day, and we would talk about what we would do if our bus got in a crash, or if it got like sucked up in a tornado or something. And it all culminated in this grand event where we got to jump out of the back of the bus, which is exciting enough as it is, but it gets better. The bus driver would stand up and say, hey, I need the tallest, strongest boys to go to the back of the bus. And they would go to the back of the bus, they'd stand with their toes on the edge, and they'd jump out first, and then they'd stand on either side of the exit, and we were told to use their shoulders for support as we jumped out, like, thanks, fellas. And that was a sexual awakening for me. And it's been only uphill from there. Recently, a boy I hooked up with told me that I kiss in a very idiosyncratic way. So basically, he kissed me and said, ooh, that felt like a nervous tick. Romance is tricky, flirting is hard. Recently, I held eye contact, and I felt like a tramp afterward. I'm kind of clueless. I don't know exactly what I want, but I do have this one fantasy where I'll have to go to Walmart, and so I'll reach out to Knox County Area Transport, get on the cat bus, we'll be speeding down some windy roads, then the bus will stall, and the bus driver will say, hey, I need the tallest, strongest boys to go to the back of the bus. All right, that's all from me. We have a triple threat on deck for you. An absolute gem of a human, Isla